Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about SAS array and some practice questions. I'm going to solve it, and these questions are important and relevant for the SAS Advanced certification. So these kind of questions are available for practice in SAS website as well. So I will go one by one. So these are the two questions, and you will see like similar kind of questions when you will appear in SAS Advanced Certification exam. So I will start with question one. So the program we have to write here. So question one asking about write a SAS program and use a data set to create a data set, and this is the name of the data set that we have to create using cert data, salary 20 as input. So input data set should be salary 20. So I have that data set in my computer already. I will show you. So this is the data set that is already in my computer. So I downloaded it from the SAS website. So but I have to give reference of this data set using the libname statement. So what I have to do that I have to first go to the property, copy the location of this data set, and I have to write a libname statements. So I'm going to write a libname statements. I'm going to write the libname reference as a cert, and then providing the location of this data set. And when I will run this libname statements, it will basically you can see in the log lib reference cert was successfully assigned. So I can use this libname reference for accessing this data, that is salary 20. So first I will write the first step here. So I will create a data set here, data, and because this data set is work and this is the name of the data set we have to create, and we have to use set statements for reference. So this is the library name, and after that we have to basically uh, reference the salary 20 data set. So this is the first line that's we already completed. The second So coming back to the second sentence, so create an array named INCS to group income 1 to income 5 variables together. So we have to create an array here. So for that we have to start with array word here, and then we have to write the name of the array, so which is given here INCS. So I'm going to write the name of the array, and after that we have to write the element number, which is the number of the variables. So here the variables we are going to refer all together, because array is basically handling many variables all together rather than handling individual variables. So here we are handling income 1 to income 5, so 5 variables are handling, so the element will be fine here. So this statement is for the existing variables, so you have to remember that this is for the existing variables. And after that, in the third line, it says that create a temporary array named new and define it with the initial value of this. So 5 values are given here. So we have to again write an array statements here that always start with the keyword array, and the name of the array for temporary array is new. So we have to write the name of the array, which is new as recommended, and again we have 5 elements here, and this is a temporary array as says, and we have to assign the value of the numbers that is given here. So I'm going to assign this number. We have to remove and, because all the value should be separated with comma, and this is the second statement is completed. So this is temporary array. So this will not come in your data set, but it will be used in the processing of the data. And after that, use a loop to compare the element in this INCS, which is handling the existing variables, to the corresponding element in a new array. So we have to compare the values in this 5 variables with these 5 variables. and use the do loop elements to compare that. And if the value of INCS is less than new, so if the value of this variables, if the first variables is less than this, second variable is less than this, like that, then assign INCS value to the new. So whatever the value of INCS here, like for income one, then assign this value if the condition is like that, if INC is less than new. So I'm going to write the do loop statement here, as I already told you in my previous video, that you ought to always start with do statements, and I is equal to 1 to 5 basically. That is it was handling 5 different variables. And again you have to write the conditions here. So this is the conditions. If a value of INCS, so we have to write if INCS, and you have to write index variable here, because it will handle one by one iterations at a time, is less than the new variables, the temporary variables. And you have to write I, and then assign INCS the value of new. Then INCS is equal to new. So this one is the conditions, and this will be the output. And as I told you earlier, so do loop always end with the end statements, and then at the end you have to run this program. So this is all what I completed, writing the program for the array. And when I will run this program, you will see wherever the value of income variables like either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is less than corresponding value in temporary, then it will be replaced actually. So INC is equal to so I'm going to run this program, and you will see this program run well without any problem. So there is additional variable is coming, index variables, that I wanted to drop it. So I'm going to drop this one, drop index variable, and then you will get a cleaner data here. So now the program is completed, and we have new data set here, that is act 20. So this is act 20, that is in the work library. And the questions is in this program is what is the mean value of variable 1. So we have to calculate the mean of the variable income 1 here. So for that you have to simply write proc means data is equal to work dot act 20, and we wanted to calculate mean, and you have to write the variable name, which is income 1, and then you have to write the run statement here. So when you will run this program, you will see that a new output is coming, and this is the mean of actually that is coming of the income 1 variable. So this is the final result. You have to mention that the mean of the income 1 variable is 111335, and this one is the first question I solved. Coming back for the second questions, so I'm going to start solving the second question. The first step is again create a output data set, work act 01. So we have to create here a data set act 01 using SAS help dot price data. So here SAS help data is already in the inbuilt, so you can directly reference. So I'm not going to write any libname statement here. So I'm going to start the writing of the program, so data, and again the work dot act 01 as it says, and I'm going to reference the SAS help dot price. So this line is completed now. And so coming back to the second sentence here, that we have to write the array statement, because it says that use of an array to increase the value of the price 1 through price 17 variables by 10%. So I'm going to write the array statement here, which is always starting with array keyword, and I'm going to write the name of array is new, and again I'm going to write the number of the variables here, which is 17. So that is the element number. So because we are going to handle, price 1 to price 17, so after that you have to mention, the variable's name. So you can individually mention, or you can write a dash here, so that will include all the variables from 1 to 17. So all the variables, 17 variables, will be included here. And and we have to write a program so that we can change this variable, to 10% increase. So for that, this is an existing variables, and if wanted to change in the existing variable, we have to write a this one array name I'm going to write old, and this one is new. So that will make a little bit distinguish between the old variables and new variables. And I'm writing the new variables name similar to the old variables name, because we will replace this one. And if you want to new one, you can write this also, like new price. So that is also possible. So I can write the new price here. That will be always 10% higher. And I have to write the two statements here. So I is equal to 1 to 17, because our element is 17. And we have like new variables. So we are creating new variables here. So you have to write the new variables, which is always using the old one. So this one is the old one, and it's increasing by 10%. So after that, we have to do the mathematics to calculate the 10% of this. So, and after that, this one should be, within parentheses, and I have to divide with 100. So this will be basically, the 10% increase. And then you have to write the end statements to complete the do loop, and you have to run this program. So what I did here, I created an array statement here. I just completed for the existing variables, and another array statements for the new variables. And new variables, I am taking reference here. So for the first, existing variables, first new variables will be created, and how it will be calculated. So I will be 1. So first old variables will, come, and we can calculate, the new price 10% more for that. And then this will be the first iteration, the second iteration for the second variable, and third iterations, and likewise, it will go up to 17 iterations to cover all these 17 variables. So, and this is to ensure that you have saved the program. This is the instruction, and from the score SAS program. So this is additional, because if you are using a macro, so you can include this within a macro, and that way you can recall and find the value here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just showing you how to complete this program using array. So just run this program, and you will see that so the price, 1 to 17 is the old price, and new price 1 to 17 is actually the new price, which is 10% higher. So just for a reference, I will show you. For example, here the price is, for example, price 2 original is 115. So new price 2, let's check that how much is that. So the new price 2 is 100 and 26.5, which is 10% higher. So this is the way that you can do and handle multiple variables altogether, and do manipulations or calculations altogether, rather than handling individual variables. So that is the benefit of array. And I hope you like my video. Please subscribe my channel, and give comments if you have any additional questions. Thank you very much for watching.